Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about those subconscious patterns that you form in those first 7 years of your life. And honestly, why it doesn't matter for what you need to do to get what you want now. So how the inner child and subconscious works. If you are hitting fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, if you are hitting those fear responses, when there's something that you want now and you either get all mad and aggressive about it, fight, or you want to go cope with a drug, cope with sex, cope with overworking out, right? Flight, you do anything but look at the issue. Freeze, you just get all frozen. You don't do anything. Or fawn. Fawn is where you say, well, it's okay that other people have it and I don't. Oh, well, they deserve it. I don't. Right? If you're having one of those fear responses to the more money, to the love that you want, then it's appropriate to do that inner child work and go back to those first 7 years of life. That growth works when you're going from yuck to good. When you're going from you're dating the narcissist, you're being taken advantage of by your boss. Your life is kind of yuck. But once you get to good, once you're at good, good to great, good to thrive, the growth comes differently. The growth comes from grounding it and presencing it right here, right now. And that is by taking an honest stockpile of where you're at, irregardless if it came from the first 7 years or not. Okay, and a little personal example. I wasn't hitting one of the 4 responses, but I was allowing my money growth to be a little bit slow. And I kept looking like, what's the part of me that's afraid of money? What's the part of me that doesn't think I'm worthy of it? What's the part of me that doesn't think I'm worthy of this next level of travel? Nothing was coming up. I had a random call. With my dad. And in there, we were just like, I was sharing some of my business successes recently. And he just made a comment like, yeah, you may not have picked the quickest path, but you made it. You got there. And I'm actually proud of you because that's how you enjoy life. It's when you enjoy the journey and you turn over every leaf and examine it and look at it. And then it hit me like a wall. I didn't pick up a trauma thing that I need to unprocess the emotions, release the emotions so that I can get what I want now. I just had to recognize that I developed a belief system that true enjoyment means enjoying turning over every leaf. So what that looks like on a more practical level is, right? There's many ways to enjoy a hike. It's a 5-mile hike in to a beautiful picturesque waterfall. My dad and how I used to enjoy life was we would get 10 feet into the hike and we'd go, look, mine's red. Look, mine's red 1.2. Look, mine's red 1.34. Okay, but it's not knocking it. That's someone who has a little bit more of an inquisitive, maybe someone who's a little bit more academic, scientists, academics, right? They do their trials, they see the results, they then plan for the next trial. They like that more thorough investigation experience of life. So it wasn't a trauma holding me back. It was just I used to enjoy life by going on a hike, and if I only got a mile in, but we looked at all the bugs. We saw that over there on the left, the moss grew and was already starting to turn yellow, but over here, the moss was thriving and oh, cool. Look at this cool worm I found. Everyone come look at it with me. I don't want to enjoy life that way anymore. Now it's a different way to enjoy that hike is we want to enjoy getting to the waterfall quickly. We want to enjoy the physical endurance of our bodies. We want to enjoy pushing our bodies. We want to enjoy feeling our muscles being a little fatigued, a little tired. We want to enjoy life by pushing our bodies physically. We want to enjoy the cool water of the waterfall, right? And here's even another third experience. Maybe there's a couple that wants a little lovers weekend getaway. So they bring their backpacking gear for that 5-mile hike. Instead of going on the straight 5-mile path, they go 1.5 miles this way, set up camp, and they just love holding hands as they drag wood back to start the fire. They love roasting, they're telling stories, and then they maybe go 2.5 miles this way the next day. They just love, they're getting the enjoyment out of how well they work together as a team, out of how like the connection they're sharing, the shared memories they're building. And then maybe they go 4 miles to get to the waterfall. And on the way back, maybe they go straight, or maybe they explore this side. That's a little bit more of a sense of exploration, a sense of enjoying the shared energy, the vibing as it's called. That's 3 different ways I told you guys to get from point A to point B, the waterfall. The person who went the first way, the more investigative enjoyment path, they may not even get to the waterfall, right? It may have been a scientist who's, hey, we want to collect samples of dirt and our goal is to get 500 samples so that we can come back and do tests to develop the next drug. If they get their 500 samples, they weren't coming to get to the waterfall. They're coming to because there's something about the soil around that waterfall and they want to study the properties. So they might do the first quadrant. The next time, if they have to come back because they didn't get what they wanted, they might do the next one, the next one, the next one. And then they'll go, oh, what do you know? It was the soil actually like underneath the rocks at the waterfall. Just because that first time they didn't get to the waterfall, to them, they still hit success. They were like, we got our 500 samples. Now we can do our scientific method approach. Right? The lovers couple, they didn't get to the waterfall on the first time, but they got the, babe, that honestly, when I like slipped and fell and your hand was right there, oh my God, I felt so safe and protected. He was like, honestly, when you just appreciated me for doing something that was so simple, I felt loved. Just because they didn't make it to the waterfall, do you see how they hit success? Because their success was being able to spend time with each other, cell phone free, so they could just attune to each other and build some really cool memories and develop and build and strengthen that connection, that bond, that trust between the two of them. That, oh, when you use that word, you mean it this way? Oh my God, I'm so glad we cleared that up. I always took it as you meant it this way. Right? And that was one thing, because I had one friend for a while who always used to word the word, let me reflect back to you. When I hear the word reflect, I take it you did active listening and you're going to repeat the words that I said in your words so that I'm seen, heard, and validated. What she meant was she wanted to share how she felt based on what I said. So her and I always had this little bit of tension. And I was like, you're not really listening to me. No, that's not how I feel. I feel this way. And she's like, what the fuck? You're always telling me how I feel is wrong. I'm like, I'm not trying to tell you how you feel is wrong. I'm telling you, no, you didn't hear me. You said you were reflecting back to me, right? So her and I hit success. We didn't get to the waterfall, but we now know, hey, I just need you to listen to me right now and repeat back to me what you heard. Hey, Kelly, now that I've done that, can I share with you what I heard for myself and share the growth I got from just listening to your story? Now we have that better connection, that better communication. So it's recognizing that your goals are different. And you may hit a phase where it's just all about money and having 3-4 girls around you. You may now hit a phase of like, I want even more money, but I now want my money to go towards a meaningful connection with someone. Someone who's not just a girl who's gonna look pretty and hot on my arms, but a woman who's gonna like get to know me, who's gonna get to know my love language, who's gonna get to know my favorite snacks, instead of just going, oh, I bought you this, you know, super organic, pasture-raised food. It's healthy. Look, I love you. Versus someone who, babe, I know you like guacamole. I scoured all the Mexican restaurants at lunch. This is the best one. A little more customized, right? Now you might be at that phase and want the wifey and only want your time and energy going towards that. So what this really is about for you, if you were having the thought of, but isn't it something from the first 7 years and I'm programmed, just admit whatever it is you want right now, you feel hopeless, helpless, powerless in the obtaining of it, which means you don't trust yourself to be able to expand, to be able to grow, to be able to think new thoughts. Now that you're aware of that, just allow yourself to, I can think new thoughts, I can adapt, I can grow, I can become a new version of myself, I can hit a new goal of success and I can move towards it, okay? The other thing it ultimately comes down to is good to thrive. So yuck to good, it is about finding that inner child and that programming and kind of obliterating it, and then your success comes in seemingly overnight. Good to thrive, it's more about your ability to focus on what you want and why you want it. So just admit right now, I hate to be a little blunt, you've got some sloppy thinking going on. You've got sloppy thinking going on. Now it's just about the continual gift, the continual process of refocusing your mind. I want more money. Oop, that's a thought that's thinking it's something from my past that's inhibiting me. I want more money for who I am today, and who I am today is exactly perfect enough to have more money. I'm now monetizing this business more. This business is making more money for just who I am right here, right now, and I'm being guided to the steps to take to make that happen. I'm being guided to the clients that will pay their invoices on time. I'm being guided to the clients that will pay me more. I'm being guided to the clients who value this more. I'm being guided to ways that will expand this business in bigger and more financial ways than I even dreamed of. So another growth here is recognizing that true partnership is one thing that's going to help you get to where you want. It's where a lot of people like to use the word zone of genius. You only do things that you're good at, you outsource the rest. So now when you're outsourcing, instead of just outsourcing it to get it off your plate because your mind's now more free to focus on the money thing, sales thing, or whatever it is you're good at, instead of that cavalier approach to the outsourcing, now you have to be more deliberate in the outsourcing of it. Which comes back to that lesson of how focused are you on your goal? Hey, this is something I now need to outsource. So I'm looking for someone who does it really well. I'm looking for someone who loves doing this. I'm looking for someone who's going to do it better than me, not just someone who will take it off my plate. Do you see how that's not an inner child holding you back? I'm looking for someone to take it off my plate. That's sloppy thinking. Instead of, I'm looking for the person who's going to take pride in doing this well. So this is you becoming more deliberate in your thoughts, in your intention, in your focus, and what you're praying for and what you're manifesting. Someone to take it off my plate? Someone who's going to take pride in doing this. Someone who's going to love doing this. They're going to love the amount of money that I want to pay for this to be done. Because that's another little thought that often holds people back at this stage. Sometimes when you grow, especially financially, you can feel bad for people who are financially behind you, quote unquote, okay? But let's use me as a perfect example. I sell packages. I sell coaching packages. There are some people who think my rates are pennies, and they're like, why are you disrespecting yourself that much? And I'm like, wow. Well, that's the price and that's what I feel good receiving. So, but thanks for that awareness. Maybe I'll raise my rates in the future. There's some people get on the phone with me who gasp and go, oh my God, how could you charge that? You're part of that evil, rich white class. Depending on what part of the country and world they're from, the white part comes in or doesn't come in. But when you look at someone who's enjoying life differently than you, and you go, if they just charged a little differently, their life would be better. That's you being arrogant. That's you assuming that you know what's best for them, right? So I'm a coach who charges by packages. I will sometimes hire coaches who are still selling on the one-off sessions. And when I look at their rates, I'm like, wow, that's what I started at 6 years ago. I got on and there was a part of me that was like, I think after a couple sessions, I'm gonna teach her. But what came out in my discussions with her was she loves the feeling of being productive. She loves that sense of achievement, that sense of accomplishment. So who am I to go in there and tell her, look, if you move to packages, charge this much, now instead of seeing 10 clients, you're seeing one and you have all that time freedom. That's not what she wants. She likes that feeling of productive. She likes that feeling of impacting lots and lots of lives. She likes the sense of accomplishment so that when her man comes home, she's like, I saw 7 people today. I helped so-and-so break up with so-and-so. Now she's free. I helped this person do that. She loves that. I'm not there. I love the time freedom. I love getting and collecting plants and growing them really big, right? I love going out to farms. I love volunteering. I love going out to rivers and keeping my foot in the river. I'm ready to be a mom. I'm ready to spoil and pamper a husband. I want a way to make money and have a lot of time to take care of my man and raise the children. Her and I want 2 different points of focus. So you don't need to feel bad for someone because they might be charging in an old bracket. Rich dad, poor dad. If they're going the educated route, right, there are some people who thrive off routine. That's a person who loves being an employee. I've had some friends who go, I don't know how you do it, Kelly. Like, you're socialist. I'm like, well, that's why I have a lot of friends. I'm taking off going to farms. I'm taking off driving 45 minutes to go to the gym with them and maintaining that friendship one day a week. I want that time freedom so that I can do that. But they like going to work and getting their social needs filled there in that way. This is really about the sloppy thinking where you release others to enjoy life the way they want, and when they're ready, they know you. They can come to you and go, hey, will you please teach me this? I'm ready to learn it. Why waste your breath before they're ready, number one, and two, they may not ever want that. So instead of, I've got to teach them, putting some of your focus, your sloppy thinking on, I can't go up unless I help them because I'm trying to prove that I'm maybe gregarious, maybe just I share, see God, universe, this is why I'm worth it, because I always try to share, always try to elevate them. Let go of that arrogance, being blunt, let go of that arrogance that you know what's best for them. You may know a different way to enjoy life than them, and you may enjoy life that way more than others. Let them choose their path for happiness. There are some people who came down onto this planet to be that researcher. I want to come down, I want to be the science person, I just want to research. Never gets married, no children. Some people could view it as, oh, that poor guy, he never opened up emotionally, never got love. Some people that might be their life experience, but some people are like, oh no, this is great. I love getting patents. I love furthering humanity along towards more science-based living. Let them live their life so that you can bring your focus and get the better skill set of refocusing your mind towards what you want. I want a calm mind. I want an easeful mind, a smooth mind, a gentle mind. I'm ready to make more money per hour. I'm ready to make more money per project. I'm ready to make more money per asset. I'm ready to be acquiring assets that generate a bigger revenue stream because I'm ready to spend more time with my friends, with my family, with my loved ones. This is about you admitting you want more money per hour project asset because then what? You'd be able to enjoy the time with your family, with your friends. Always ask yourself moving forward, your takeaway is, does this action help me monetize greater so that I have more time, all this extra time now, to be spending with my loved ones? Yes or no? If it's a no, you outsource that shit and you do so deliberately and intentfully. I'm looking for the person who thrives off routine. I'm looking for the person who wants to come to workplace and get their social needs met. I'm looking for the person who's so good at the meticulous detail and thrives off finding that 0.1% off. That's the kind of accountant I'm looking for. The person who has a sense of prestige, a sense of polish, because that's why he would want to work for me, so that he gets to tell his friends, I work with so-and-so. Be a little bit more deliberate in your intentions is your lesson. But what about the first 7 years? It's holding me back. All right, love you all. Hope this helped. Write some comments. Click subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Email me, kelly@kellylunt.com if you want to get on a phone call to see if a coaching package with me is right for you to get you to where you want to be. Bye, guys.